How's it going? Nobody asked me, but this is part two of part three of my Evangelion watch because I got so many thoughts. And my previous one, well, of course, was about Shinji's dad and how I felt about him. But another thing that came into my mind is how Rei, Shinji, and Asuka kind of remind me of how people work in the world, especially in Western society, politically and socially. You have people who are like Ray, who are just kind of slaves to the system. They're okay with the occasional nod or praise or whatnot, but will literally do anything in a system that is obviously not caring about her life. Even the person that she probably looks up to, that she's always hoping will praise her, is just using her body in any way he wants to. But she still maintains her connection with the system. And I think a lot of people are like that. They're just like, whatever, I'm a part of it. I'm all in, regardless of what they do to me. I'm going to believe in whatever the system believes in, right? And then you have people like Asuka, who also works in the system, but less about being part of the system or helping out or even wanting praise for a specific individual, more to showboat, more to say like, hey, I can do this. Hey, I can get this attention. I can overachieve. I can do whatever you say I can't do. And that's all that they care about, is just being looked at and engaged, which sounds a lot like our online culture. And then I think you have a lot of people who are like Shinji, who will work in the system primarily because he feels like he's been defeated by it. He'll do whatever his dad says because he really does want the praise and engagement, but he also is like good at being told what to do. But at the same time as he's being told what to do and he gets to see the world, he starts to want to buck the system. And then things get hard and he runs away. That's his whole thing, is like he's always running away. Every time things get hard, every time he pushes beyond who he was before, he just runs away. And he's trying to figure out like, why can't I be in the comfort of my own fears? And it's primarily because the thing that you're afraid of and the reason that you keep getting hurt is because you never confront. You never push back. You keep running away. And it makes me think about us politically and socially. We had hope in Barack Obama. That didn't really pan out. We had hope in Bernie Sanders or anybody in the Democratic Party or any politician that was supposed to change the world to make things better for the rest of us. And every time we get hurt, by an idea, a politician, a business, a charity, we're like, oh, this must not work. There must not be a reason that we're voting or that we're galvanizing or that we're raising money for this thing, because every time we try, it doesn't work. But in reality, the system only works the way it does because we have enough people who feel like it doesn't work. So it keeps perpetuating itself. Does that make sense? Because Shinji will never break out of his fears. Nothing will ever change for the world until he decides that he wants things to be changed and goes through the